Welcome back, listeners, to Premium Times Weekly Podcast. I promise you that I'm reaching you live from Nigeria. I'm not working from London like President Muhammadu Buhari chose to do. I am Titilope Fadari. 2 days before the country's doctors were to commence a strike over unpaid salaries, President Muhammadu Buhari traveled to London for a routine medical checkup. The doctors went on strike eventually, but the commander-in-chief was on a medical vacation to London where he will be working from for the next 2 weeks. That's millions of pounds, more to the British health sector and millions of Nigeria's taxpayers' money. His aide, Garba said the president is not a medical tourist. Garba said Mr. Buhari only opted for foreign hands to treat it because he has a long-term doctor who has been treating him for decades. The same man who could not afford his party's nomination form. Oga Garba, we know you're doing your job, but sir, don't tell us Oyo and Uyo are the same thing next time. The president and members of his immediate family routinely travel for medical treatment in the UK as Nigerian hospitals battle with inadequate equipment and funding. As it is now clear, the president and other political elites must have been bad students in the lessons taught by COVID-19 that it is a matter of absolute necessity to develop the nation's healthcare services. But they are quick to forget lives that were lost during the heat of the virus, particularly due to the poor health facilities in the country, including their closest allies. While the number one man is away on medical grounds, the number one woman, Aisha Buhari, also took us on a medical tour on why traditional medicine is important to healthcare delivery. Consequently, she urged Nigerians to embrace traditional medicine for the treatment it offers through the use of natural plants and herbs. Represented by Hajia Hajo Sani at the presentation of 3 books by the head of the Department of Traditional, Complementary and Alternative Medicine of the Ministry of Health, Mrs. Buhari urged practitioners to conduct more research with approved institutions to find cures for diseases that have bedeviled Nigerians. Hope Mrs. Buhari will be among the first to patronize the local medicine when they are released. It will be good to also know if it will reduce the medical cost of traveling abroad by Mr. and Mrs. Buhari. Likewise this week, the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal, Umar Danladi, joined the same WhatsApp group as slapping Senator Elisha Abo when he was seen on camera physically assaulting a security guard at Banex Plaza in Wuse, Abuja. In the 5-minute video, an irate Mr. Danladi was seen slapping and kicking a security guard while police officers suspected to be attached to him were trying to restrain him. His traducer's lips were badly bruised. Different objects were hurled at Mr. Danladi's black SUV and his screen was smashed in the process as the police officers rallied to restore some calm. The chairman survived the scare. Rather than apologize for the assault on the guard, the office of the chairman came back to rub salt on its injury by releasing an error-reading statement that will earn a WAEC candidate an outright F9 in an English test. The piece sank in an all-time low again because it directed a spiteful racial slur at members of an ethnic group by referring to his attackers as Biafran boys. Some Nigerians have called for the sack of Mr. Danladi, or at least be charged for the assault. The Nigerian Bar Association is on its trail. We are about to see a judge being placed on trial. My advice to him is, whatever deterrent he gets, he he should generously extend it to whoever wrote the press statement in his defense. But wait, do Nigerian politicians get a laureate prize for assaults that we are not aware of? This week, the loquacious ex-aviation minister, Femi Fani-Kayode, walked back his statement about COVID-19, which he called evil and said was a ploy by Bill Gates to depopulate Africa. In law, a course FFK has a degree in, logic is key. Mr. Fani-Kayode must have missed that part of the course while in school for him to have made such statement last April. But he said he has regained his books on logic and bowed to superior reasoning after he took the jab. More like FFK at bounds. FFK, please do us the honors by calling the boxer turned governor Yaya Bello, drama king Dino Milaye, Pastor Suleiman, who once said he never wanted COVID-19 to end because he bought a private jet from it, and Pastor Chris Oyakilome to stop misinforming the people about the COVID-19 vaccine. Thank you, sir. Talking about Pastor Chris Oyakilome, the United Kingdom government fined his channel Love World, wait for it, 125,000 euros, which is about 65.6 million naira, for breaching the country's broadcasting code by disseminating misinformation on COVID-19. So when will Nigerian government also fine people, particularly religious and traditional leaders, who genuinely spread misinformation about COVID-19? By the way, those who refuse to get their national identification number and yet continue to enjoy government services risk being fined or jailed for 14 years or both, Communication Minister Issa Pantami said. I'll be checking out here. This edition was produced alongside Yusuf Akínpẹ̀lú. I'll make a return next week. Bye-bye and happy Easter to all our Christian listeners. We love you.